seen the title, you've seen the thumbnail. Let's animate a punch barrage. But there's a catch to this video. I'll be animating the punch barrage in 1 second and 1 hour. Do you think you could pull it off? For the 1 second attempt, I opened my Flip-a-Clip app, selected my frame rate, and created the project. There's no way you expected me to make any decent animation in a second. I can barely even draw a stickman in 1 second. Well, in 1 second, I was able to draw one single frame. Kinda looks like a punch, doesn't it? For the 10 seconds attempt, I'll try to animate more than a single frame. Hopefully, I'll pull it off. As you can probably tell, my drawing sucked so bad because I was rushing to draw as many frames as I could. To keep it strictly at 10 seconds, I'll stop whenever my timer goes off. I'll set the frame rate to 2 frames per second. In 10 seconds, this was the awful animation I was able to come up with. Does this even look like a punch barrage? For the 10 minutes time frame, I have a simple idea to make the stickman make double punches, then get into the barrage. 10 minutes is more than enough time to do it, so let's go. In about 2 minutes, I was done animating the first punch. I then spent another 2 animating the second punch. After animating the second punch, I made the stickman withdraw his hands and draw back in anticipation for the punch barrage. For the next 3 frames, his hands was drawn back. I was doing this to show him gathering momentum before the punch barrage. The animation was done in 12 frames per second, so everything was animated on ones. After I had animated his body, I went back to start adding smears for the barrage effect. I drew punches, copied and pasted them in each frames in different locations, then added the smears to it to show the barrage effect. The main stickman frame was copied and pasted in each frames and slightly adjusted each frame to give off the shaky effect. I saw that I had about 3 minutes left. I planned to add the smear effect and be done with it in about 2 minutes and eventually use 1 minute to add the head to the animation. Also, if you ever wanted to learn how to animate a punch barrage, just check out my tutorial video in my channel's tutorial playlist. I'll put the link in the description. Be sure to slap the like button if you enjoyed this video. With less than 2 minutes left, I quickly finished up the barrage animation, then added the stickman's head. I exported my project and edited it, and this was the result. You see, for the 1 hour attempt, I wanted to switch things up a little. I already imagined the fight scene, and to make it look good, I needed a background. So I texted my good friend Stick Animations to cook up for me. A little mistake I noticed was that I didn't start recording my time-lapse process until 30 minutes later, so I had almost finished up the project. Nevertheless, I'll show you the 25 minutes time-lapse process. In over 40 minutes, I had finished with the black stickman movement. I was just getting into the red stickman's reaction to being hit with the punch barrages. Everything was animated on ones, and in each frame his body was being hit. I animated his body taking the punch in the direction of each punch. With about 18 minutes left, after I finished animating the stickman getting punched, the next thing to do was to add the red stickman's head in each frame. I quickly finished up on that and went to add swing effects to the punches and little dust effects as the red stickman blocked. For the next few frames, I was adding swing and dust effects to the animation. Seeing that I had around 15 minutes left, I was very comfortable drawing the effects because I had a lot of time on my hands. After that, all that was left would be to add the backgrounds. Getting the timing for the dust effect as the red stickman got punched here was sort of tricky. When I noticed it was already taking up my time, I hurried up and moved to adding background. I imported the amazing background I got from my friend Stick Animations, and I started adding them in each frame. With less than 10 minutes left, of course I was rushing. I added the background quicker than I thought and immediately got an idea to add shadows to the stickman animation to give more depth to the background. I had about 3 minutes to finish this up. After adding the background to the animation, all that was left was to export, edit the animation, and show the final results. By the way, go subscribe to Stick Animations channel. He helped out with this awesome background. subscribe to the second channel and watch more videos here. See you next time.